Hey there, it's Jeff McKenna. I'm out hiking today up at Stone Mountain State Park in North Carolina. And I just got here, just getting started. It's about 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. And we're attempting to do a 4.5 mile hike. It starts off with a pretty rigorous climb. And I gotta get out of here by 5:30. Park closes at 6, but they want you at your car or by your campsites at 6, or by 5:30 rather, so they can make sure they can lock the gate at 6. So I got about 3 hours to do 4.5 miles. The first part of the hike is really pretty strenuous, but once you get to the top of Stone Mountain, it really eases up pretty leisurely. So with that said, I'm gonna start climbing here. Put the camera down so I can focus where my feet are going. Knock on wood, so I don't hurt myself. And we'll check back in and make more videos. Hey, just catching my breath here for a second. So I haven't been at it too long. And here I am already at the base of where the big climb starts. I'll show you some footage. And as I go up here for a minute, as again, I'm trying to focus on keeping my grounding and watching where my feet are and stay safe out here. But anyway, so just doing a check-in real quick. Had a pretty good start. A little out of breath. So I'm stopped here, catch my wind, and then I'm gonna jump on it. And maybe we'll see you along the path up there. Definitely make some more videos of the top and other places. A lot of beautiful stuff out here. Okay, here we go. All right. So as you can see, we have some nicely constructed steps, which sometimes steps are nice. Sometimes they can provide more of a challenge. But anyway, you're climbing the same distance, whether you're walking on dirt or wood. You're climbing the same elevation. I started out at the parking lot. It's about 1,500 feet elevation. And this part of the trail right here goes considerably up at a pretty steep incline till you get to the top of Stone Mountain. I better just be quiet for a minute. All that talking wearing me out quicker. All these steps just keep on coming. We'll see you guys at the top. All right, I made it to the peak of Stone Mountain. I've been hiking for about 30 to 40 minutes. I'm not sure how much distance I covered. I'm sure it's not a lot because it's been a lot of up. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Please forgive that. I'm out of breath. So we started off the parking lot at a little better than 1,500 feet elevation. Get in here close. We're about 2,300. So, and it's not quite 1,000. It's about 800. So all in all said, I'll probably get at least 1,000 foot climbing exercise today. But I'm not gonna run my mouth too long because I'm out of breath. I'm sure you don't want to hear me sweating and panting all over the video. So I'm gonna catch my breath, actually, or just shut up maybe for a minute, come out here and let's see some of this beauty that makes this hike so much worth it. Well, just one of the many benefits. can see Stone Mountain. They call it Stone Mountain for a reason. Pretty much, I'll try to get you some more footage of it later, but this whole mountain, a lot of it is stone face. You can see all these little circles here. Look like they were drilled by machinery. All these little holes and divots. Those are caused by sand and rocks and debris that get caught in eddies when the water is flowing really heavily over these rocks. And it cuts those little grooves out. Some of you may have been in rivers where those holes and grooves get so deep that you can actually swim down into them and then come out another side of them, you know, down the creek a little bit. But anyway, one more shot of this. I'm gonna catch my breath and drink some water, then we'll keep hiking. So this is one of the sweet spots, one of the payoffs of hiking. Any hikers out there, you may agree with me that when you do some hiking up and down and on rocks and stairs, when you get to a nice, just flat, really clear path, and you can just stroll leisurely, it really is kind of like another one of those sweet spots or payoffs in the life of a hiker. And this is probably, there's lots of different things to appreciate about this particular hike, which is the Stone Mountain Loop Trail at Stone Mountain State Park. Go over the stats once again. It's about a 4.5 mile hike. It starts off, it goes straight up to the peak of Stone Mountain. From there, it gets on this nice little plateau or ridge line on top of the mountain. I guess ridgeline's a much better word than plateau. But anyway, then it descends for a while, kind of a moderate descent. And then it kind of gets steep onto a staircase that goes down by a creek. It becomes this really nice waterfall. Then you hike down a creek for a while. And then, kind of as you get towards the end of the hike, there's an old homestead out here at the base of Stone Mountain. So right up on top of this old homestead is this huge rock face mountain, which I will try to get footage of and post in this attached to this video as well. But it's a beautiful day. I was a little concerned about it being cool, but it's not too bad. Once you get heated up, I got a sweatshirt and a toboggan on, and I feel pretty good. I got shorts and tennis shoes. So there you go. Hey there. So there is a theme that I'd kind of like to talk about for this hike today, or for these videos on this particular hike. Get my hand out of the way. I need to get one of those selfie sticks. Maybe I make this whole process a little easier. But all this hiking and Pikes Peak as my goal, to be able to summit Pikes Peak from the base this spring or summer. You know, I've shared a little bit before in previous videos that what that's all really about is having a goal that's going to motivate me, and something to work towards, you know, and something that I kind of have to train for if I want to succeed at. That's sort of like the intermedium, if I'm using the right word there, agenda. But at the real heart of like what all this is about is the fact that health is wealth. And that's a saying that I haven't heard my whole life, but it's a saying that I hear more and more. And that's got to be, middle-aged now. And so if I'm not very intentional about my health from here on out in my life, I could do myself a lot of harm. And that's not necessary. You know, there's plenty of things that could come into your life without anything you do wrong or by any bad choices that you won't have any power over. So the things that you do have power over, you know, why not try to be intentional about making good decisions. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a diet Nazi or, a fanatic who's going to, be so hungry and eating's not enough and being angry or hangry all the time. There's room for balance, and there's room for mistakes and recovery. But that's it. I mean, health is wealth. And it's not just about being able to stay around for a long time, but wouldn't that be great? The more you realize life isn't going to go on forever, the less eager you are to go out looking for the end. When you're young, we kind of have that, what is that complex that we have as young men with all that adrenaline and testosterone in our veins? I forget. But basically, we all think we're just going to live forever and we can do whatever we want. And there's nothing that can destroy us or stop us. And that's the perfectly normal part of development as a human being, to go through all that. But now in middle age, I realize, you realize not just in your head as an idea, but you realize at a very deep level. And both my parents have passed away. My brother and sister and I are the last of my particular branch of the family tree. We're the last generation alive now. So no grandparents, no great-grandparents. We have some aunts and uncles and cousins still from other branches of the family. But, so that is that. And then the final thing is, what I really appreciate about it when I am doing really well and I'm taking really good care of myself, is how you experience life. The quality of the time that you have is not just about the time you have, but the quality, your internal experience of living a life as a human being is just so much more beautiful. It's just, you're happier, you've got more energy to do things, your mind is clearer, you think better, you're able to catch those thoughts that might not make so much sense, or that you might maybe want to look at, rephrasing, doing some cognitive behavioral therapy on your own thoughts. Sometimes I notice that when I'm exercising, I'm a lot better at picking out those thoughts and saying, what, that's not really legit, even though it came from in here. That's not legit. I gotta reshape that thought. And it's such a relief, because sometimes those crazy thoughts, it's not even real and it's bringing you down. So whatever, we're crazy human beings, we're crazy creatures. I know I am. But that's it. That's what I want to share. Health is wealth, man. That's what all this is really about at the end of the day. The goal is nice. Who knows whether I'll be around, whether I'll actually make it to Pikes Peak, and much less if I get out there, if I will make it to the top, and if I don't, hey, maybe I can just keep training and try again another time. So anyway, that's what it's about. Health is wealth, and life is short enough, so we don't need to go making it any shorter. And while we're here, we might as well do what we can to, make it a good experience. It's not always easy. I'm not always the best at that either, but today I'm doing the right thing, so that's that. Health is wealth. Be well. trying to get this whole waterfall in here, and you can see my face too. It's not an easy shot with this phone. I'll just give you the top half of my face here, and you can focus on that waterfall anyway. So this is the Lower Falls, a Stone Mountain Loop Trail. I'm the only one here right now. There'll probably be some others here in a minute. Not too far behind me. Just another one of those beautiful rewards. But I got plenty of time, but I don't want to push it at all. So I'm gonna head on down, try to get back to the parking lot so these rangers can lock up on time and go home and get their supper. But it's been a beautiful day out here, and there'll probably be a couple more videos coming of the hike, so hang in there. Okay, so as promised, we're getting towards the end of the hike, Stone Mountain Loop Trail, and this is the homestead. There's some information. I think I read it once a long time ago. I've been to this park many times now, but you can see this place was built. You know, we're talking a little house on the prairie. I don't think Jason Bateman lives here, but or ever lived here. But we're definitely talking like a little house on the prairie or prior to those days. And I'll show you that Stone Mountain face I was telling you about there at the top of the mountain. Look how, what a beautiful place this must have been to or was to live, and still is now to visit. Beautiful right now with the shadow sitting in the valley and the mountains still lit up by the sun there. Let's see. I got a little plaque here. See what it says. Stone Mountain has been designated a registered natural landmark. It is 1975 National Park Service, United States Department of the Interior. It's about all I can read without my readers. Just get a close-up for you if you're interested in what that says. You can probably read it better than me. And a little more shot of the mountain. I'm gonna go over here and see if Jason Bateman's hiding out in one of these sheds or something. All right, I just wrapped up the hike. It's 4.5 miles in a little over 2 hours with easily 1,000-foot incline. Not all at once per se. Well, no, yeah, not all at once but over throughout the entire hike. Since I know I went up a total of at least 1,000, and then I'm ending the hike where I started. I think the math would work out that whatever I climbed, I also had to go down. So 1,000 feet up, 1,000 feet down, 4.5 miles, maybe about 2 hours and 5 to 10 minutes time-wise. Beautiful day, just a gorgeous day out here. Lots of rewards on the trail. And I'm gonna get cleaned up a little bit. I've got almost an hour, a little less than an hour till The park rangers want everybody at their car and they want everybody out by 6, so give them plenty of time and maybe give myself a little more daylight for the drive home, but I do need to get cleaned up, and maybe I'll make another video on my way out just to wrap up. Okay, Stone Mountain State Park, December hike 2023. I don't know if I'll have another chance to get up here this year, but it's a nice, beautiful day hike. If you're interested in hiking up here, I-77 north of Charlotte by about an hour and 20 minutes, hour to an hour and 20 minutes. Then around Elkin, North Carolina, go a little bit north of the Elkin exit. And the highway, you have a chance to just peel. Yeah, I mean, you can Google map it, but you can just peel west, and then you might have about another half hour or so. So I call it an hour and a half to an hour and a 45-minute drive from Charlotte. And it's a really nice day. If you don't want to bring a backpack and hike, you can just picnic, you can just hang out at the waterfall, you can just chill, go sit under a tree somewhere. But even just today's December, almost Christmas, and it was a pretty nice day out here today. So, you know, I had my hat and jacket on for a lot of the hike. But Stone Mountain State Park in North Carolina, December 2023. That's a wrap.